Yes, students, am I audible, right? Kindly make sure to your colleagues also to join if they are interested for the session of LLMs, chatbots, RAG, everything. Kindly inform to your group members also if they have any queries regarding the minor project, they can also join here. Make sure to collaborate with your group and let me know. Make them to join first. Everyone joined? Can I start the session? Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. And here in today's session, we will cover about what is LLM and how it works, and what is RAG, and what's the architecture of the RAG, and how it also works. And finally, we're gonna see about chatbot making. Okay. So these three concepts, main concepts today we are going to see, and we just keep an eye on it perfectly. I will share the resources properly regarding these concepts. And if you have any queries and if you feel hard to start, you can also reach me. Okay. Um, Let me share the screen and we'll start today's session. Everyone visible, right? If you feel some noise issues or my voice is not audible or the video is not visible, now you just text me. Okay. You just unmute and tell me. Okay. Got it? Everyone visible, right? If you feel some kind of issues, you just unmute me and you just. Yes, yes. The session is recorded. The session is being recorded. You will get the session, okay? It's recording. Okay, and today's session we're gonna see about what is LLM versus RAG architecture. Okay, have you ever been? See here, some of interns have already gained experience in previous AI internships, everything, right? So, any guys know what is the meaning of LLM and what is meant by RAG and how it works? Or anyone used these kinds of concepts in their internships or projects? Anyone, any one of you is voluntary can unmute yourself and you can explain it. That's always appreciated. Okay. I think, okay, let me explain. Okay, LLM in the sense it's nothing, it's a large language model where we need to train some huge amount of text and learns patterns in the language. See, for example, I need to train some complex kinds of data types. Okay. See, in machine learning and if you guys have been participated in hackathons and etc. regarding machine learning, you will see that some kinds of data sets will be trained. The data set is first downloaded and it is trained properly. So also some complex kinds of data sets can't able to use by simple kinds of AI tools and agents, because that is because of the millions of data sets present in those data. Okay, so that's the complex thing. So LLM is nothing but you just remember the kinds of things that what I'm telling. The first thing you need to remember is it's a large language model. In the name itself, you can see it is used to train the large data sets. Okay, the large amount of text in the large amount of patterns in a language, in a particular language. Okay, so this is what LLM works. Okay, this is what the LLM defines. Okay, and it generates also the answers based on what it is learned during the training. See, understands the chatbots language. Okay, today's session, we will see about chatbots, generative AI, LLMs and their limits, how RAG architecture is there, and what are the process involved in RAG architecture, LangChain and comparison, HR use case and conclusion. Okay, so this is our agenda, and we'll see chatbots lastly. We want to, okay. Here is the LLM. Okay, as I told, it's a large language module where an AI model is trained on a massive data set. Okay, to understand and generate the human language. For examples, we can say we are using the LLMs in our day-to-day life. For example, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Llama. These are the LLMs because if you give some kinds of complex data sets, it is trained and it is answering regarding and it is generating the answers regarding it, right? So that is what LLM. Simple, in simple now. For real-time example, a user for assume you people have exam tomorrow. Okay, you are just preparing for an exam. Here, you're just asking a question in ChatGPT. And what does ChatGPT gives? Students uses the ChatGPT gives the memory which has already been stored, or it just at backend it just works upon and it generates the answer. Okay, you are just preparing for an exam and you don't know about particular concept and you are giving to ChatGPT. And what GPT does, it analyzes the past experiences or past history, or it generates the particular answer to your concept. Okay, it gives an accurate, not almost every time the given the answer will be accurate. It gives an accurate regarding some kinds of concepts. Okay, so this is how the LLM works. Just simple. This is a real time example for you guys. It just the user gives the question to an LLM and it will generate the answer. This is the simple form of LLMs. Okay, so this is how GPT, Gemini, Claude, Llama works upon. See, you may have some works like roles here. The first, the user input will be a user in the sense keep assume I'm as a me as a user and I'm just giving the input, and here the tokenization happens, transformer model, prediction, and generated output. It's nothing but tokenization, in the sense if you are giving data sets in the large complex, right? So you are giving multiple data sets or the complex kind of data sets you are giving to ChatGPT. That is what the tokenization. The large data sets are break down into small kind of text, as of the ChatGPT learns every kind of file. See, for as a simple example, you are storing so many files, but instead of storing a file as a separate way, you can make a folder and you can store all those files in the particular folder, and you can name it as particular name, right? So that is what tokenization here means. There are so many complex documents with the ChatGPT or some kind of LLMs just tokenizes the particular data. Tokenize in the sense it separates particular files. Okay, keep it as files in the folder. After that, it transform model, in the sense it just searches for particular file. Okay, if for example there is a folder named courses. Okay, in that courses there are so many files like cloud computing, AI, machine learning, everything. These kind of files have been placed in the courses. Here, the transformer model, what does it does? If I am giving an input to ChatGPT, like I want a cloud computing course list. So what does it does? It checks the folder inside that files, and after that, it searches over a particular cloud computing file and gives the predicted output. So this is how the LLM works. It's a large language model. So large complex of data sets have been stored, and it predicts the particular outcome for the user input. Got it? This is how simple LLM works. See here, the tokens, in the sense, the subword units the model processes. Okay, the many files togetherly known as the folder, or the folder is divided into sub many particles known as files. So this is how the tokens works here in LLM. And parameters, in the sense, billions of learned weights. So it's nothing but the data sets which have been already stored, and it just recognizes what particular data need to be given as the predicted output. And training data, in the sense, internet scale text corpora. It's nothing. The model is being trained. After that, it gives the expected outcome. Okay, got it? Just remember what is LLM. LLM is nothing but it's a huge amount of data that is trained. Okay, that is trained, and we get the predicted outcome. Okay, simple. It's a large language module where the data is trained in a huge complex amount, and it learns the patterns. Okay, and finally we get the expected outcome. This is how the definition is. And coming to working process, nothing, simple 5 steps. The user input will be there, tokenization will be happen, transformer model prediction will be there, and we will get the generated output. This is how LLM works. Okay, a basic real-time example. Now you are searching for but you have tomorrow exam, you're preparing for that, you don't know some of the questions answers correctly, you're searching for those questions in GPT or Gemini. This is what the LLM works. This is a best example for LLM. Got it? And yeah, the limitations of LLMs. So hallucinations, generates the confident but incorrect facts. Okay, you know that as I told, ChatGPT gives the answers, but it may not be always accurate. Okay, it may not be always correct. Some facts will be there, but some there also ChatGPT also makes some mistakes, right? So that is some incorrect or inaccurate properly. That kinds of issues will be there. So outdated knowledge. So training data has a fixed cutoff date. Okay, see the outdated knowledge, in the sense some may be not properly trained due to some history. See, I have given some kind of complex data, that is I trained in 2023. Okay, that is nearly 3 years ago. I have been sent some of the content here, and now I'm just asking about it. Now it just gives the outdated data only, because I'm not training again. I'm not giving the data sets again, and I'm not asking to train it again. So that some may lack of updated knowledge. Okay, so there may be a training data has a fixed cutoff date. So that is what outdated knowledge. And there is no private data access. As I told, many industries, see here in Amazon, Flipkart, Microsoft. So these kinds of industries, while you are working, so in future, okay, they can't use these LLMs because they are public. This kind of ChatGPT or Gemini, Claude, because they are already in open source, because they have been using in publicly. If you have give your sensitive information which is confidential in the industries, if you are giving those kinds of files in ChatGPT, it may cause some access. Okay, there will be some loss of data happens that cannot query company database or documents. Okay, so for these reasons only, the companies itself, they have making the RAG based models, then LLMs for the company purpose itself. Okay, these students, as a college students, schools going students, or freshers, these kinds of people only using open source LLMs. Apart from that, while you have entered into a particular company, they have been using the particular company's database, LLMs, and RAG based models. Okay, to prevent hacking or to prevent the loss of data, they have been using and introducing their own kind of LLMs in the companies itself. Okay, so this is how the companies predicts, like it predicts the outcomes. Also, it prevents the data loss. Okay, it prevents the data loss from being developing by their own company LLMs and RAG models. And there is no real-time data, unaware of current events of or post-training. Okay, so these are some kind of limitations in LLMs. Always there will be some pros and cons in every kind of AI that we have been using, LLMs or RAG models, everything. So, okay, so coming to these, there will be some kind of outdated knowledge. There may be some data loss, or there is no proper real-time data has been recorded properly, or there may be some incorrect facts. Okay, these are the limitations of LLM. Got it? Next, now up to now, you guys are clear about LLM, right? I'll give a brief summary of it. Okay. LLM is nothing but a large language module. It is used for training a large amount of data sets. Okay, it may be a text, images, or anything, data sets, anything. A large amount of data sets is trained and will get the predicted outcome. As an example, you think GPT, Gemini, Claude, everything. As a best example, for preparing your exams, you may search for some questions. Simple, they works as a form of 5 steps. Okay, the user input will be given, tokenization will be there, and after that, the transformer model works on to your given prompt or given user input. It will decides the prediction output, and you will get the generated expected outcome. Okay, this is how the LLM works. Got it? Okay, you got an idea about the LLMs. Okay, clear, that's clear. And what is RAG here? In the sense, it's nothing but it's a retrieval augmented generation. It's nothing, it's simple as LLM, but it's not entirely a form or a subset of LLM. It is a combination of document retrieval with an LLM. Okay, document retrieval, see the name itself, you can see it's a retrieval augmented generation. In this case, we have been uploading some kinds of document retrieval. We will get as a retrieved document with an LLM. Along with LLM, here the addition of document retrieval happens in this process. Okay, so that is what we will call it as retrieval augmented generation. The name itself, you can see something is retrieved. Okay, that is nothing but the documents. Okay, the documents retrieval augmented generation. Okay, so the documents is retrieved along with the LLMs. So as we see, there are so many limitations for LLMs. Outdated knowledge, it can't give some proper documents or the proper accurate answers for the predicted input, right? So that is what here it assumes everything from LLMs. Along with that, what are the limitations in LLM? As of these pros and cons, everything is recollected, and here we came upon with documents retrieval with an LLM to generate a particular accurate and context grounded responses using the external knowledge. Okay, the main difference between LLM and RAG is nothing but LLM, it just defines the internal knowledge only. Internal knowledge in the sense, if you are giving a file and you are just asking, give me a particular summary of this file. That means already you've given the internal document, internal knowledge, and you're asking the questions from particular files or particular already trained input. Okay, but for RAG, it uses the external knowledge. External knowledge in the sense, apart from your given uploaded file, it gives the another proper responses and also accurate responses apart from that internal knowledge. Okay, just remember LLM is an internal knowledge responsible. RAG is an external knowledge. Okay, external knowledge in the sense, so many kinds of forms will be there in between the backend process. The work will be more. Also, we will get an accurate outcome. Okay. See, for LLMs, it just answers if someone wants to write an exam. There are some kinds of people who just remember those kinds of definitions and they will go and they will just vomit there in the exam. Some people, they just understand what the content and they will write by their own words in their exam. There are some people. Okay. Similarly, LLM is the first category. It just memorizes the everything, and it just gives the answers for or the predicted outcome. This is what LLM works. But coming to RAG, instead of answering only from the memory which has already trained, it searches the relevant documents and uses those documents to generate the answer. Got it? Instead of giving simple answers, or instead of only giving the memorable answers, or that is memorized before, that is of LLM. But RAG, that is not, that don't perform like that. Instead of as I told, instead of answering those kinds of memory questions, it just searches for everything, the document based, and those documents it uses as a particular things to generate the expected outcome. Okay, now got it. What is LLM and RAG? Without RAG, see, you can see here, without RAG, only user question will be there, LLM answer will be there. This is how the LLM works. Okay, but with RAG, with usage of RAG, you can see the user question will be there, the document search will be there, the context is retrieved, and LLM answer. Okay, you got it, the points? You got it, the main difference. You need to know what is the main difference of LLM and RAG. If you are going to an interview regarding AI, ML engineer or data science engineer, apart from anything, even full stack too, they may be asking these kinds of questions. What is LLM and what is RAG? Because in today's generation, all are just using AI everywhere. So there are so many kinds of AIs evolving. So this is a basic thing you just need to. Okay. So without RAG means nothing. It's an LLM. So what LLM does? It just user gives the question and will get the LLM kinds of answer. LLM kinds of answer in the sense a simple internal knowledge answers. Okay. But with RAG, you will get you are just giving the questions like prompt. The document search will be there in the backend. Okay, the backend part, the document search has happened. The context is retrieved and LLM answers. Okay, so this is how the RAG means. Okay, the name itself, you can see it's a retrieval augmented generation. Okay, so RAG gives the more accurate, up-to-date company knowledge and less hallucination. Okay, okay. Going to next, yeah. As I show you guys before, LLM works simple basic 5 steps. We will be giving user input, tokenization, transformer model prediction, and generated outcome. But coming to RAG, retrieval augmented generation, the core components will be, first thing, the documents, chunking, embeddings, vector database, and similarity search. These are the 5 steps, basic, and these are very most important steps involved in retrieval augmented generation. Okay, the documents is nothing but, as I told, the retrieval augmented generation is basically, without documents you can't do it, because documents in the form of PDF, docs, text loaded, everything. So these are the documents you need to first, because I'm the user, I just want some kind of inputs in a RAG based. Okay, so I'm just uploading a documents, PDF or docs, text loaded, everything. And what does it does? See, for example, I am giving everything in ChatGPT itself as a PDF. And what does the backend it do? As I created a RAG-based model, now what does the backend it do in the sense? It just splits those docs or those PDFs into sections. That is what it named as chunking. Okay, chunking in the sense it splits documents into smaller section for precise retrieval. The name itself, it is given, it is a retrieval augmented. We are retrieving the documents or the given appropriate answer from the documents of external knowledge, not only from internal but also from the external knowledge. So that's the first step. We are just splitting the documents into these sections. After that, embeddings takes place. Embedding is nothing but convert the text to vectors. As we know, these are the machines. They can't even know the human language, right? So they are, what kind of languages they may be used? Any idea? What kind of language these kind of machines, computers, backend work will happen? What kind of language they may use? It's a binary language, okay? So the binary language will be in zeros and ones, right? Of course, machines have a capable of learning those kinds of binary language only. So what does it do? We are just uploading some kind of human language, alphabetical or text or some kind of PDFs there. But in backend, it just splits into some sections, and after that, it just converts the text into vectors. Vectors is nothing but a small form of files where it just separates a file, okay, a large file into some form of files. Just order, keep it in an ascending order, descend, it just arranges everything, okay. See here, you can see embeddings, it converts text to numerical vectors, capturing the semantic meaning. Numerical vectors is nothing but it's a kind of binary language where will be the computers has been very well known about it, okay. So this kind of text is converted into numerical vectors using a semantic meaning. Semantic in the sense, using a proper grammar meaning, okay. See, some kind, these computers will have their own grammatical semantics, rules, syntax, everything, right? So these kind, for according to those kinds, it will just convert, okay. And next, what happens after converting into numerical? It stores. It's okay because we are just divided the PDF into sections, and it just separated the text into numerical parts, everything. And what does it need to do? It need to store the particular separated things, right? So the database here comes upon, okay. So that is known as vector database. It stores the embeddings, nothing but it stores the data which has been splitted and converted, okay. That random text was converted into numerical vectors. So those kinds of vectors has been stored in a particular database known as vector database, where inside the numerical vectors will be stored. So stores embeddings for fast similarity search. Example, so these kinds of vector database has been used for RAG technologies, okay. Chroma database, FIAS, Pinecone, and Waviate, okay. So these are the databases used for RAG, okay. And after that, and see, now we are just created the database and we just stored those kinds of text and numerical vectors properly. And what does next to do? Or what is the next step for RAG to do? It's simple. You are just giving a prompt, right? So according to that prompt, it's search. It's search in the database, which is the appropriate match for the particular question, so that it search and gives the predicted output. Got it? This is how the similarity search works. And similarity search is nothing but uses a cosine similarity. So many mathematical equations after after storing it into database, it goes on some backend search, okay, according to input what we have been doing. So after that, we will getting a predicted outcome. So here you can see in RAG-based architecture, the core components are chunking, embedding, vector database, and similarity search. Please just remember these are the four, okay, the four main core components of the RAG based model. This is very important. You just need to know how the RAG works. Simple. Just while you uploading a document to a RAG based model, what does it does in the backend is simple. The documents is splitted. That's the first thing. The splitted, that process is known as chunking. Next, the splitted documents, it just converts in the splitted documents itself, there will be so many kind of random alphabetics, numericals, text, anything. So everything, okay, every section, every data is what is there after splitting, that is stored that is converted to the numerical. According to the machine language, it is converted, okay. So now the second thing is conversion of text to numerical vectors, okay. This process is known as embeddings. After You already split it, you already cut it. Now you just need to store those data. That is why we need database. Okay. So here the vector database plays on, and here every database or every sections of the files what have been split and converted is stored in the particular database. After that, what does it happen? According to given prompt, the user prompt, it just search for the relevant answers in the particular database. So here the process was similarity search using the cosine similarity. There are so many kinds of this is one kind of similarity search. Cosine similarity is a kind of search. It makes upon searching using many mathematical equations. Okay, it searches the particular equations and gives the predicted outcome. Okay, this is how the RAG based model works. Got it? These are the 4 important components in the RAG based model. Got it? Simple. The document is given, the splitting happens, conversion happens, database storage is done. After that, it searches for the particular output and you'll be getting a predicted output. Okay, this is how a RAG based model works on. Got it? Next, the lang chain and complete RAG architecture. Okay, what is this lang chain? In a sense, simple. It's a part of RAG based model. See here, a framework of connecting LLMs, vector database, prompts, tools, and memory into unified pipelines. Lang chain. See in the you can see, for example, in 10th or 12th, I don't know properly, some mathematical syllabus, in some part of mathematical syllabus, you will be getting lang chain rule or some kind of rule you have been studied for mathematics, right? That is nothing. Chain, the name itself, you can see. Chain in the self, it just connects from one part to another, one end to another end, right? That's it. See, you are just connecting LLMs, vector database, prompt, tools, and that unitedly you are just connecting right into a one pipeline. Okay, you are just connecting all those segments into one pipeline. That is known as lang chain. Okay, it's a framework of connecting LLMs, vector database, everything into a unified pipelines. That is how lang chain works. See here, the documents, loader, chunking, embedding model, vector database search, answer, LLM response. Okay, so with the LLMs plus here the document is retrieved, right? In the document is retrieved and the searching happens, the splitting happens, everything happens in the document itself. So that is why it is named as retrieval augmented generation. Okay, just remember LLM plus document retrieval is known as RAG based model. Okay. See, this lang chain is nothing. It just connects every parts. Okay. See the document loading, retrieval and chains, agents and memory, everything. And now this is the very, very most important thing you just need to know. What is LLM and main difference of LLM and RAG? You can see here the parameters LLM and RAG. Okay, see the knowledge, as I told, LLM only gives the internal knowledge which I have been trained. So the trained data only happens in the LLM. Coming to RAG, it gives the external knowledge with training. Okay, external knowledge with the training. It has an external knowledge to that it searches for more furtherly. But LLM, it can't. It only just gives the predicted output which I have been trained. Okay. Accuracy, LLM has variable, but RAG has high accuracy. Hallucination risk, LLM has risk, but RAG is reduced. The risk conditions will be reduced in RAG. Real-time updates, you will not be getting a real-time updates for LLMs, but for RAG, you will be getting the real-time updates. In the private data access, as I told, using LLM, you can't be able to give your private, like the data that should be authenticated properly, okay, because the data loss might be happen in LLMs, okay. In RAG also there's a chance, but it can't affect that much because every industries or every proper organization has their own LLMs and RAG based models. So rather for instead of LLM, you can go with RAG for private data access, and cost also it's lower and it's moderate. Scalability and business use cases, you may see it's for general purpose. Okay, as I told, LLM is used for our general purpose, for students, college persons, and for freshers, These kinds of normal people can be used. But if once there is an organization or enterprise or industries, they may be used mostly RAG instead of LLMs. Okay, got it? And how this kinds of LLMs and RAG will be implemented in our major projects? Nothing. For some kinds of AI part here, as I told, in our major project there will be some particular feature of resume screening. As I take an example for that, here we are just uploading a resumes. Okay, for RAG based model, this is a best example. I'm just uploading a resume. The chunk happens. What is chunk? It splits the data, and embedding happens. Embedding in the means it converts the data. The database that is stored is Chroma database and Gemini OpenAPI, the ranked recommendations. Nothing. I'm just applying. So there is an job role open for Amazon, and thousands of numbers have been applied for that. What does it does? It just filters regarding the resume what they have been upload. Okay, it just checks for the keywords and the projects what they have done, etc. So similarly, the uploaded resume is known as the document. The backend process of conversion, splitting, the database stored is kinds of all RAG based models. Okay, this is a real time. So after that, what does it happens? As a predicted outcome, we will be getting a ranked recommendations. Ranked recommendation since the first priority people, second priority people, third priority people, and filters from those who are not suitable for the job role. Everything that will be filtered. Okay. So resume screening is a particular um, example, best example for that. Yes. Now coming to chatbot. Yeah. Chatbots and generator. It's nothing but what is chatbot in the sense it's a just conversation software that simulates human conversation through text or voice. See here, you are just talking with your friend, okay, through WhatsApp, Snapchat, Instagram, or Twitter, anything it may be. That is from person to person, human to human. You can chat anywhere itself. But if you are if you want to converse, if you want to take an interaction with a software, that is what chatbot. If you are the person who are live and you can breathe, you can think everything, you can. But the software, it doesn't breathe, but it can think like an AI, right? So it can think, it can do anything. So this is what it means. Chatbot in the sense you are chatting with an AI assistant. Okay. Chatting with an AI assistant means a software that simulates the human conversation through, you can chat with text or voice, anything. So these kinds of conversation between you and the software is known as chatbot. Got it? And example, GPT, Gemini, Claude, anything. Okay. And here, chatbot itself, there are three kinds. One is fixed based responses, another is AI powered responses, and a third one is generative responses. It's nothing but rule based in the sense, particularly while developing a chatbot itself, they will be fixing some kinds of rules. For example, if I tell my chatbot as wherever I will find hi or hello word, to just respond to a particular word. Like if I'm just giving a prompt as hi, then what the chat gives, it gives as hello. So this is what that this is the trained responses. This is a fixed responses while they have been developing the chatbots. So instead of giving a multiple responses like ChatGPT gives, some ChatGPT in the sense the Meta AI, some of them will give a fixed responses, but some not. While you are just talking with them, right? It just goes on giving some different kinds of answers. Okay, so this is how it works. Rule based in the sense for particular prompt or for particular word, they may fixed already. So this kind of word, if I found this kind of word, I need to give this kind of answer. So these are the rules that while developing itself, they may be get fixed. So this is what rule based chatbot. AI powered in the sense natural language processing will be there. So you can, it's a conversation like you can give by text or voice, anything, but it gives a frequent, like both sides, it will be some interactive way only. So these kinds of chatbots will be there. Generative in the sense creates a new content. generative AI, everything is there. What is generative AI and agentic AI? This is also a main important interview questions you will be asking. Nothing. Generative AI in the sense as a LLM. LLM in the sense gives a prompt and it backend it works, predicts the output, and you will be getting a expected outcome. So this is what generative. Coming to agentic AI, it doesn't works like simple. You are just giving as an example. I just want to make a website. Okay, I just want to make a website, but I don't know how to make, what to do, anything, no idea of it. Okay, nothing. My mind is blank. There are so many AI tools, like that is what agentic AI. See, Cursor is an agentic AI, anti-gravity is an agentic AI, Claude, Llama, these kind of things. I'm just giving. I just want to make a website for hostel management. Okay, hostel management, the rooms or the how many rooms are allocated, these kinds of things. Okay, but I just have a single line of prompt. We need a website for hostel management. Okay, I'm just entering. Okay, entering into some anti-gravity. I just giving enter. This is how agentic AI works in a sense. It plans. So what it plans, how it works, what are the technologies to be used, how the hostel management, what are the kinds of main parts. See, for hostel management, let me know what are the main things you will do in it. Rooms, how many rooms are there, how many students will be there, proper electricity, some kinds of things will be there, right? So everything, the planning, everything was done by agentic AI itself. Okay, the anti-gravity, for example, I'm giving a prompt in anti-gravity. So anti-gravity itself make a plan properly. First thing, the plan, and second thing is decision. It decides, okay, the plan is already done. I want to decide a particular theme for the website. I want to design a particular way so that it should be in a proper way of arrangement, seating arrangement, room allocations, persons entry, or like the biometric responses for to and in something, everything that is decided properly. The planning is done, decision is done properly, and the final thing is you need to execute everything it does. Okay, it does everything and gives it in a, it gives everything and we will be getting a proper output, right? So this is what agentic AI works. Got it? It plans, it decides, and it executes with an action. Okay, you will be finally getting within 30 to 1 hour, not 30 minutes also, within, okay, in some case, if you want to develop some complex kind of thing, it may take. So we'll be getting some websites in an instant way, right? So this is what agentic AI, okay? Agentic AI is totally different. Generative AI is totally different. Agentic AI, it only plans accordingly, it only decides, it gives the execution also done, it gives only the particular output. Okay, and coming to generator, it's not like that. You want to give particular inputs, you want to give plan, you want to tell everything, what to do, what not to do, and what kind of theme, what you need, everything. Okay, so this is how agentic and generate AI works. And coming to here, ChatGPT, the generative AI applications will be content generation, text article summarizes, and code assistance. Some coding platforms also will be there, black box AI, like Claude. So code generation will be there, debugging, resume screening, customer support, or virtual assistants will be there. Okay, got it? This is how the chatbot means, LLM means, RAG means, how it works, everything. Now got it? Any doubts regarding what is LLM, RAG, how it works, chatbots, generative AI, and agentic AI? Can I move on to major project chatbot session? Are you guys visible, right? This I have opened now VS Code. You guys can be seen. You guys can see this. Okay. Okay, here as a chatbot recommendation, see, I have already told you can make your own kind of chatbots. Now here I have developed a movie recommendation chatbot. Movie recommendation in the sense, I just want to give a particular movie. I just want to love to see horror movies. I will give a prompt. I just want to give, let me suggest some kind of horror movies, or I will give some genre. Okay, regarding that, it will suggest some movies. So this is a chat box I have been developed. Okay. So let me see how I have generated. First, you just select the topic. Okay, kindly note it down. If you want to do a chatbot now, you just want to select the topic what you have want to develop. I here taken a movie recommendation system, and here for a movie recommendation system, I need some data sets because I don't have a bunch of memory. Like I can't store what Hindi movies there, Telugu, Tamil, English, Malayalam, any kind of movies. There will be so many kind of movies, but I need those kinds of data sets. Okay, now where I want to get those kinds of data sets? Since it's simple, I'm just going to Kaggle. You can download the data sets there, right? As already you guys know, if I want a data sets now in Kaggle, you can go for data sets, and here here you can see computer science or education, anything. You can also create a new data set, or you can search for something. So like I had done with the movie recommendation, I will go with movie recommendation system. Okay, see, you can see here the movie recommendation system. Okay, you just click and you just download the data set here. Okay, after see, I'm just sample, I'm just downloading the data sets. You can download here. Okay, as a zip file. Okay, you just download here, and after you can open here. Okay, you just okay, the first thing is select the project what you need to do. Second thing is make a data sets in the Kaggle. Just download the data sets in the Kaggle. Third thing is open VS Code. Just uh, like open the zip file, like the data set what you have been downloaded in the Kaggle. Just open it in the VS Code. So here now I will be getting like this, some kind. See here the CSV file like this I'll be getting. Okay, I'll be getting like this. After, the main thing here is you need to now I want to develop a website. Okay, not mostly app. I want to develop a website. Okay, for that, using a Python, I'm just developing. So pandas. Okay, pandas in the sense nothing. It's a library used for data frames. Okay, the data frames, visualization, everything. And OS, JSON, importing. Okay, OpenAI, everything. Sklearn, Scikit-learn, everything. And I'm just giving the data. See here, the database is here. The data DF in the sense data frames has been learned. Like it's reading the data sets what I have been given. See here, I have been given the data sets, right, which I have been downloading the Kaggle. So it reads the data sets. After that, according to the prompt, what I want to give. So those kinds of responses will be there. So these are the code for that. See, for define recommend movie. So I'm just giving the data like code. Okay, if what I have been recommended is already there in the data set, now it will suggest things. Okay, if the data sets is not present in the if I'm giving some prompt that is not present in the data sets, then it will result as movie is not recommended or the movie is not found. So these kinds of responses will be getting, which is not found in the data sets. Okay, so you need to give these kinds of data to just understand. You can take this code from AI, but don't entirely depend on AI. Okay, just learn how it works, what kind of libraries it has been using, and how it works. Okay, so using Python code and using some libraries of pandas, data frames, and everything we have been created model, and for running purpose we have been just create a file app.py. Just get post request will be taken. Okay, as I created, let me run this file. Okay, just go for terminal, just run the file Python. Simple. You just need to download the Kaggle and Kaggle datasets. You need to unzip it and come to VS Code. And here you just drag and drop those files. Okay, make a okay. I got it right. Wait, let me show you. Okay, simply you just dragging these like the downloaded data set here in the VS Code. You're just giving the model.api and app.api. These are the two Python files. For model.api, you're just training. If I found the data set, I can give these kinds of response. If I can't find the data which have been present in the data sets, I can get the movie is not found or something, some kind of. So this code will be there in model.py. For app.py, it just gives for running purpose we have been using. So go here with terminal, you just give Python app.py. Okay, because we are just running the app.python. Okay, so here I'm just giving the prompt. I want to see. Okay, suggest some horror movies. Okay, it was searching. See, searching in the sense it is a RAG based model. The database is analyzing, searching everything. Yes, I'm just getting. Hello there. I have been delighted to found some horror movies to watch. I have interested first Grindhouse. Oh, these are the kinds of English movies. I think they have been suggested. See here, the Grindhouse is a something blowout chapter. They see these kinds of movies has been suggested. Okay, this is how the chatbot works. Simple. Got it? Everyone got it? How it works? And here in style.css, I have been given the color, the width, everything. Okay, index.html. Okay, everything got clear, right? So you can get the simple. See here, it gives the idea. Okay, AI insights in the sense it gives the idea of what and all horror movies are there, and apart from that, it suggests some 5 movies: thriller, action, horror, see blowout, Ed Wood, or so these kinds of English movies they have been suggested. Okay, got it? So this is how the simple chatbot works. Got it? Anyone? Any queries? If you found, you can ask me. So you just remember for chatbot making, first thing is you need to get an idea of what you need to develop. I think the project, like movie recommendation or hostel management, something, some kind of idea you might be having some interesting, right? So that kind of thing. Second thing, just go to Kaggle and download the data sets. Or you can also, if I don't want Kaggle, I don't want to download the data set. I itself want to make a new kinds of data sets. Now you can make it. Okay, you just create a new data sets kinds of things. Okay, after that you just open those data sets which have been downloaded or created in the VS Code, and after just make I have everything. I have soul for a human body. Na, I have soul, air, water, everything, but there is no kind of human body. Na, it can't accept everything. If you are giving a water or drinking, of eating, everything, there is one body, and inside that there is a soul. Similarly, likewise only, if you're having the data sets, everything, you're having the data sets properly, you're having the app.py file properly, model.py file properly, but you don't have index file and CSS file, you can't, how it works, because there is no front page, there is no coloring, there is nothing will be there. So there will be some index.html part, coloring part, like styling part, CSS way, and after that model.py, some files will be created, how it model train, and after that the app.py, instead of you just want to run there, and you will be getting the proper output. Now you find somewhat easy for developing chatbots, right? Guys, are you clear now with how to make chatbots? Simple 4 steps only. Okay, the simple 4 steps. Select your project, select your data set, download it, open VS Code, just give proper HTML page, CSS page, model.py, app.py, just run it. Simple. Got it? Got it, Ma? If you found, or if you missed the session in between also, there is no issues. I'll be sending you. If you guys want, now you just ping me privately. I will be sending you a recorded session. Okay? Everyone clear? Now you want to develop any kind of chatbots. Okay? If you are attending some hackathons, now they will be giving some kind of big PDF, you need to develop these kind of things, everything. So there also chatbots is a main and basic thing you will be working on. So you must need to know how to create a chatbot. Okay, everyone clear? In any time, in any purpose, in college purpose or hackathon purpose or in interview purpose, anyone ask you to create a chatbot or anyone ask you tell about chatbot, LLM, RAG or any kind of AI, generative AI, anything, you will you be answering these kinds of questions? Yes. Okay. Everyone got it, I think so, right? So now your minor project is creating a chatbot and upload it before the deadline. As I posted you in GCR before deadline for both major project report and minor project. For minor project, you don't need to do a report. Okay, just submit the project GitHub link or chatbot chat link. Okay, you're getting the chatbot link. Like so that link also okay. You'll be posting that in GCR. A major project report also you will be sharing within the deadline. Got it? Any doubts? And apart from that, I want to ask for major project. Everyone got the invitation from GitHub, like accepting the invitation. Anyone feels like didn't get these kinds of GitHub? Now you just ping me, okay? Because that is one of the most important. You want to create your projects folders, and you need to push into that, okay? GitHub access is got for everyone, right? If anyone missed that, you just contact me. And after that, start working on your major project. Okay, that's the first main thing you need to complete. After that, minor project. The major project report is also very much important. I have been mentioned with the due time, everything in the GSA. Please complete it before. Any queries? You need to submit the major project report individually, not as a team. Because everyone the contributions I have told you you can make a front end team, back end team. That's for last week. Okay, for major project everyone need to upload the report. You may also upload the team report also, as if I told the contributions you have been made. Some people have been uploading like individual in the sense what are if the person was from front end, the front end what kind of contributions he had been made, he made a separate report for him itself, so he's uploaded that kind of report. That is also appreciated. Okay, so you can upload both as a team or the team report is also okay, but single contribution report is also okay, but everyone need to submit the report. No, like I don't mean like any one of the members from the team need to submit. I mean to say everyone has to submit the report. The report may be an individual report or the team report. Got it? Any other queries? Please, front end team start working. Already, some of them have been working very good. That's really appreciated. Some part of front end is already done. So back end, so the front end team be in touch with some back end team people also. So just share the updates. Any one member, a particular member, not particular member, the interested people collaborate with others too. Okay, here I'm again here informing that you guys have a reviewing time. Okay, there will be evaluating your project, like front end team alone will be reviewing your progress. So all members, all the contributors should explain what they have been contributed separately for the project. Similarly for back end team also, everyone should explain what are the contributions they have made for backend. Similarly for AI team, I can't leave some of the people as alone because they are not showing interest. They will be they'll be finding I'll be finding all those people in the meeting while I've been conducting as a separate meetings. Okay, got it? Just involve everything, show interest and make use of it. Okay, I'll be sharing today's resources regarding LLM RAG, everything in the GCR. So make use of those resources. So please remember, you will be having reviewing or reviewing, that evaluation also will be there. So please make sure to contribute. Everyone need to contribute. Please come friend and just involve, collaborate. And if you don't know how to work also, it's okay. It's not an issue. Just talk with other person who has some knowledge, or talk with me. I will share the knowledge. Okay, you can work upon it. Okay, don't be forced or stressed to come upon. Okay, everyone got it, I think so. So front end team is almost completed. Within 4 to 5 days, they will be completing their work. So back end team and AI team, be in touch with both front end. And yes, apart from that, if you have any queries, you can ask me. All right, I think you guys have got information about chatbot making, everything. So if you also, after this part also, if you feel some stuck in some kind of starting issues, you can contact me. Anyone clear? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Apart, you can leave, guys. Thank you.